How long has it been since I've last seen him? I'm currently waiting for my friend to return from overseas. Narumi Yamazato. When we were little, we were friends who would play soccer and tag in the park, fight and make up, and then share ice cream. We went to different schools, but we were the best of friends. But in the 4th grade, he moved overseas because of his parents' work. Since then, we've kept in touch by exchanging letters. But because he was overseas, this only happened a few times a year. Before I knew it, we were both sophomores in high school, and I had completely grown into an introvert. The other day, I received a letter from Narumi saying that he was coming back to Japan, and I was half excited and half nervous to welcome my friend back. That Narumi's probably become a handsome guy. We had never exchanged photos before, but I still remember how beautiful his face was. He must have grown up to be good-looking and popular, because he would often talk about fashion and his female friends in letters. It should be about time, but where is it?
Wow, she's so pretty! Do you think she's a model?
What a pretty person. Well, not that an introvert like me could match up to her. More importantly, where's Narumi?
Are you maybe Eiji?
The girl from before. Why would she come to me? Or rather, how does she know my name? Yes, I am.
I knew it! I knew the moment I saw you! You haven't changed a bit!
Who might you be?
It's me! Narumi!
Narumi? You mean Narumi… Wait, Narumi? You were… Narumi Yamazato? Why is a girl… But weren't you… a boy?
So you did think I was a boy. The contents of the letters didn't always match up, so I was suspicious, but I'm a girl, you know?
I was shocked, but I understood her point. Narumi's letters only ever mentioned her female friends, and when I asked what the secret to being popular was, her answers always seemed to be a little off, so I knew something was up.
I used to wear boyish clothes and I talked a little more roughly, but what do you think? Am I a bit more girlish now?
More than a little bit. I seriously had no idea who you were.
It makes me so happy that you would say that. I've always wanted to meet you again, Eiji.
My friend who I had thought was a boy was actually a girl, and she had grown into a beautiful one too. I couldn't get over the shock, and haven't been able to speak properly to her since that day. It was a few days after our reunion.
This is our new transfer student, Narumi Yamazato.
Nice to meet you all.
Yamazato-san has been living abroad, so be sure to show her the ropes.
Hey, she's really pretty. What country were you in?
So cute!
Seriously? Narumi transferred to my high school, and she even ended up in my class. I'm seriously in shock. What kind of coincidence is this?
Eiji!
Don't wave your hand at me right now. The stairs are painful.
If you know each other, the seat next to Eiji-kun should be fine.
You seriously surprised me there.
I kept it a secret because I wanted to surprise you. But I'm so happy we're in the same class. I'll be in your and everyone's care.
The news that the new transfer student was a beautiful girl who just returned from overseas quickly traveled around the school, and Narumi quickly became very popular. Students from different classes and years would come to try to get to know her, and she was always surrounded by people during recess. Narumi was always being pulled around by such students, but…
Eiji, I don't understand this part from class earlier. Could you teach me? Eiji, I want you to show me around. Eiji, let's have lunch together. Eiji, let's go home together.
Narumi wanted to be around me, rather than the students around her. Thanks to that, I was also in the spotlight. But I stopped caring because I was happier being around her. But more importantly, my mind was occupied with one problem. It was a feeling in my heart that was growing day by day. I liked Narumi as a friend, but I felt a different kind of like for Narumi, who had grown into a beautiful girl the more we were together. And I was deeply confused by these feelings. Hey, Eiji! One day, one of the popular boys from class, Shigeru, called out to me. I've heard rumors that he's popular with girls, but I wasn't good with his self-centered and arrogant attitude. Are you and Naomi dating? We're not dating. But the two of you are always together. Everyone's talking about it, you know? I've just been friends with Naomi for a long time. She's probably just unsure about the new environment, so she wants to be around someone she's known for a long time. So that's what it is! There's no way a girl as pretty as her would want to be around you. His words pierce me. While Naomi has grown to a beautiful young woman, I've grown into an outcast. I felt the difference between us. I broke up with my girlfriend, you know? I was thinking of going after Naomi-chan. But if you two aren't dating, this should be easy. Wait a second! What? Don't tell me you're actually in love with her or something. That's... Narumi's with me because we've been friends for a long time. But if I wanted more, I felt our relationship would end, so I couldn't say anything. You're just friends, right? You're not in any position to be complaining. He's right. I'm not in any position to stop Shigeru. I was filled with a dark and gloomy feeling, but I couldn't say anything.
Wow, I've always wanted to try karaoke in Japan.
I wanted Naomi-chan to listen to my singing.
I want to hear Naomi-chan sing.
To help Naomi get adjusted to the class, the popular kids held a get-together. I wasn't supposed to be invited, but since Naomi insisted, I'm participating.
Okay, well then...
Naomi sang a famous J-pop song, and her beautiful voice got everybody excited from her first song. Shigeru and the others began to sing along with her, while I was in the corner shaking maracas. And so about an hour passed. Naomi left her seat to go to the bathroom, and shortly after, Shigeru left his seat as well.
Aren't Shigeru and Naomi-chan kinda late?
Isn't he probably hitting on her? I was curious, but the two of them never came back. I became worried, so I pretended to go to the bathroom and left the room to go look around. Hey, it's fine! Why don't the two of us go have fun somewhere?
I'm sorry, but just the two of us is...
I'll take you somewhere even more fun. Come on, let's go. You're okay being alone with Eiji, but not me? I think I'm much more fun than that boring introvert.
Please stop saying bad things about Eiji.
Hey there, what are you snapping for?
Eiji is a wonderful person. He's the kind person who would run home to get an injured person a first aid kit and help them while they're crying.
That was how I and Naomi first met. After that incident, we were back as friends and started playing together. I was attracted to Naomi's bright and cheerful personality. But you're just friends, right? I want to get to know you better than that. Isn't it fine to play around a little with me?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, how many times do I have to say it before you understand? Shigeru! Cut it out. Can't you tell she doesn't like this? Huh? What's that have to do with you? It has everything to do with me. Because I'm Naomi's friend and... I also love Naomi as a woman. When you asked me if I was in love with her, I couldn't answer properly, but I was confused for a long time. Because you know what? I had thought she was a boy, but she was actually a girl, and a beautiful one too. When I saw her at the airport, everything got flipped around. I loved Naomi as a friend, but I started to love her romantically. But I thought that if I said that, our relationship would end, so I hid my feelings. But I really do love you, Naomi. I want to be more than friends.
Eiji, I've always felt the same for a long time. But I thought if you rejected me, then we couldn't be friends anymore. I love you too, Eiji. I want to be more than friends.
Naomi. I thought I could hear Shigeru swearing at me, but I was so happy hearing Naomi's response that I barely heard him. Thinking back, it was about then when Shigeru left the store in a bad mood. After we returned to the karaoke room, there was a student who had started watching us talk halfway, and we were bombarded with questions. Since Shigeru had left on his own, everyone started talking about his attitude towards Narume and his usual arrogant behavior. And the next day, Shigeru's classmates started to distance themselves from him, and he became isolated. It must have really affected him. A few months later, his actions became much more modest. Narume and I became an official couple that everybody knew, and we're still dating, even now.
Eiji, let's play soccer for the first time in a while.
Can you play soccer in a skirt?
I just felt like playing a bit. Eiji, you're faster than you used to be, and you're a lot bigger.
Well, I'm in high school, and I've gotten taller.
Of course, you're a boy after all. Let's go on a date next weekend.
Sure, I'll take you wherever you want to go. A lot has changed since the past, but I'm still here next to Narume.